Bismillah wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah wa ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Samuel Usman Jibril. I'm presenting a video on Asr Prayer time. Asr Prayer time is fixed in most of our mosques. Some have fixed it at 3:45 p.m., some 3:50 p.m., and some 4 p.m. But in reality, Asr Prayer time goes beyond 4 o'clock in certain periods of the year. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, Surah Al-Nisa, verse 103, Inna salata kanat ala al-mu'minina kitaban mawquta. Verily the prayer is enjoined on the believers at fixed hours. So each prayer has its own fixed time. You cannot pray before that time until it is time for this prayer. And in a hadith reported by Ibn Abbas in Tirmidhi, he said the Prophet ﷺ said, Jibril came to him and led him in prayer. Angel Jibril came to him in the house Kaaba and led him in prayer. He came the first day in different times, and he came the second day in a later time for all the 5 prayers. So from this hadith, scholars have explained when it's time for Salatul Asr. Salatul Asr time begins when the length of the shadow of an object is same to the length of an object plus the shadow of an object when the sun is at its highest point, that is zenith, that is at zawal. For example, if this pen, the length of this pen is 1 meter, and by the time the sun is at its highest point, we have a shadow of 30 centimeters. So by the time the sun continues its movement, when we have the length of the pen, that is 1 meter, plus the length of the shadow of the pen when the sun is at the highest point, which is 30 centimeters, once we have a shadow that it's equal to 1 meter and 30 centimeters, it means it's time for Salatul Asr. As like we all know, the reason for this is because the earth orbits around the sun in a tilted position. It's tilted at 23.5 degrees, and because of this tilt and the movement, it causes changes in seasons and changes in duration of daytime, and also changes in the length of shadow. Because of this practical reason, that is why prayer times are not fixed. For example, in the city of Kaduna, Maghrib prayer starts from 6:04 p.m. and sometimes it is 6:57 p.m. So you see we have a difference of 54 minutes. But because for Maghrib it's easy because sunset is visible, that's why every mosque they change it and they maintain that. You'd hardly see a masjid, for example, I think Maghrib is about 6:52 now. You would not see anybody praying Maghrib at 6:04. But in November, all the masajids in Kaduna will adjust automatically, and other locations too. So it's very important we keep in mind that prayer has conditions, and one of the most important conditions of prayer is time. Anybody that prays before the time, there's a consensus of the ulama, of the scholars, that his prayer is invalid. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our prayers and may He guide us on the right path. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.